Hey everyone, Gill Gross here post-match. Novak Djokovic versus Alexander Zverev 2021 Australian Open quarterfinal. If you're not here for spoilers, click off the video in 3, 2, 1. Novak Djokovic, hard-fought four-set match. When he didn't have his best stuff, he dropped the first set, won the next three, and I will break it down in just a moment. But first, a couple of reminders. Two more quarterfinals remain on the men's side after Aslan Karatsev defeated Grigor Dimitrov in 4 sets. Earlier today, I don't know, time zone's all whacked out. Still to come is Rafa Nadal against Stefanos Tsitsipas and Daniil Medvedev against Andrei Rublev. The reason I say this is my preview video, a quarterfinal preview video, is up on my channel. So make sure after you're done with this one, if you haven't seen it, to check it out. And remember, you can follow me on Twitter at Gill_Gross, and Monday Match Analysis is available on all podcast platforms. All right. I can only start in one place. It's only appropriate to start in one place, which is that this was one of the great serving performances that Novak Djokovic has probably ever had. And that, that's a function of a lot of hard work that he's put into that shot. According to some people, he's added some pounds. Again, I have not independently verified that, but I think that he may have added some muscle. And remember who his coach is. It's Goran Ivanisevic. And as Novak ages, he is likely to attempt to do the same thing that Rafa Nadal has attempted to do, which is add a little bit of sting on that serve to help him out. And boy, did the fruits of all that labor show in this match. Novak Djokovic out-aces Alexander Zverev over the course of 4 sets, 23-21. And not only did he have more aces, they were timely. They really came up clutch, particularly in the 4th set. Now, let me say something right off the bat about this match. This match was not very high quality until the 4th set, particularly the latter stages of the 4th set. That is the first time when both players at the same time began to play a level that's reminiscent of what they're capable of. It really did take that long. It was a weird match, ebbs and flows, one player playing well, the other not, pretty much at all times. In the 4th set, they both start playing well. You get the long rallies that you were kind of expecting to see coming into the match. And Zverev found a great level from the baseline, tremendous level from the baseline. The reason Novak was able to stay in this match and not drop that 4th set as Zverev found that level was mostly due to his first serve, and it came up clutch in the tiebreak. It came up really clutch at 5-6 when Novak was serving to stay in the 4th set, and he came up with 2 free points from 30-40 and then deuce, then closed out the game as Zverev erred. And then on match point, he hit another ace. And remember, those are the points where we could be talking about, well, Zverev saved a set point in the 4th set and forced a 5th. But no, we're not there. And Novak didn't have to hit a single, or he only had to hit one shot, which is very, very ideal. And it's the one thing that was consistent in this match from the first set to the very end, from start to finish. Novak's serve was tremendous. It was the best first serve performance I've ever seen out of Novak Djokovic, ever. Second serve performance, maybe I saw better last year, but first serve performance, this was tops. Let me take you through the match here. First set, there were some really alarming signs from Novak Djokovic. In fact, if you would have asked me first set, and I picked Djokovic coming into the match, but first set, if you asked me, I would have changed my mind because I thought that there were some really, really bad things in Djokovic's game in the first set. Everything hard, flat, down the line. He was that's how he was playing it. Very much pressing, double-digit unforced errors, and it didn't take him long to get there. Not explosive on the return of serve, especially when the serve was out to his forehand side. And really not particularly interested in any kind of long point. And Zverev played a lot cleaner. The pace was furious in these rallies. Both players hitting very, very big, but Zverev looked okay. He looked within himself, and Djokovic was just pressing. Simply put, pressing, and didn't have the typical return game. And Sasha was getting free points up the wazoo up until his service game at 5-4. Serving for the first set, Zverev makes a terrible tactical error. Djokovic's forehand return on the first serve was not good the entire set. So what does Zverev do? He only serves to the backhand, and then he serves to the body. Not a single serve out wide to stretch Novak out, to attack the part of his body which is hurting him, which is the right oblique, which, I think was probably the reason for Novak's really slow start, curiously slow start in this match. But it gets to a tiebreak, and we'll pick up here at 6-all. And Djokovic actually looks like he's going to steal the first set miraculously after really being outplayed for the entire set. Novak's in position to win it. And 6-all, they're in a baseline rally which Djokovic has control of, and he rips the cord, so to speak. He pulls the plug on the rally and hits a bad drop shot, and Zverev wins the point. Really bad error, cross-court backhand drop shot. He had Zverev on the ropes on the run, and he bailed out on that rally and ended up losing this the first set tiebreak. Also, at 8-7 on the set point, a very returnable first serve that Djokovic floated long. So not a great ending there, but what does Novak do? He turns the page right away, no residue from that. In second set, Zverev makes a couple errors on his opening service game, and suddenly Djokovic has the break. It was almost as if Zverev was expecting, okay, here's the part where Novak comes back, because the beginning of the second set is a really, really crucial point in a best-of-5 set match, even more so in best-of-3, to be honest. But beginning of the second set, it's, do we have a match, or do we have one player getting out to a lead? And in this case, it was, okay, we have a match. And the big swing here in this first set, one, Zverev didn't make a high percentage of his first serves, but when he did make his first serve, Djokovic just started returning it much, 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 much better, leaning the right direction. And I also think there was a physical component to this. I think that Djokovic was more explosive coming out of his split step, and I think that that's an underrated part of the return, is that you really do need to it really is a very explosive shot. It comes from your lower body, your ability to really throw yourself side to side and produce a certain amount of torque that in the upper body. Sorry for hitting my desk there. Produce a certain amount of torque in the upper body. And I think Novak found that, and his return it really flipped a switch in the second set. He won it quite easily. In the third set, though, out of nowhere, the match flipped again. Again, it was strange with the momentum shifts. And in this third set, about midway through, you could start to tell that Zverev's second serve was going on him, starting to get out of hand. And he hit some first serves as second serves that actually worked early on, but then up a break, he plays a game 2 double faults and some nice kind of reflexive anticipation passing shots by Djokovic, and the break goes back to Novak. But at this point, Zverev goes into full-on collapse. He was up, he was ahead in this third set, looking primed to take a 2-1 lead. And from here, what breaks down? The serve breaks down, the forehand breaks down. Those two things totally go out the window. He even misses some backhands that he shouldn't because he gets in his head. It's a complete choke job in this third set, rather. And Novak comes storming back and wins. I don't exactly remember, but from down a break, Zverev gets stuck at 4 games, and Novak wins this third set 6-4. Again, very much a mental collapse in the two vulnerable positions that we've seen Alexander Zverev be vulnerable in for a number of years now. I'd say going back 3-4 years, the serve and the forehand. And, his serve and forehand have been good at times. I think at the tail end of 2020, if you look at the 2 titles that he won in Cologne, for example, it was great. But again, a major is a different kind of pressure. Are these things going to hold up? In this case, they didn't at all whatsoever. In the fourth set, again, the quality really picked up, and this is where Novak really played the big points great and was bailed out by his serve anytime he needed it. And I also felt that as well as Zverev was playing, there was another level to be reached here, and this went for the fourth set as well. And I want to repeat something that I talked about in the preview, which is that Sasha really does, in the big points, when the pressure is mounting, very passive. Rare does he really take the initiative. Rare was it that he took the racket out of Novak's hands in a big pressure moment. And again, I think that is very specific to this matchup, and that is why Zverev has not beaten Novak on a hard court since 2018, because Djokovic's defense makes offense a little bit uncomfortable for everyone, not just Zverev. At the same time, Zverev tends to default into neutrality. That is where he is comfortable, and that is where he really remains against Novak, especially if you look at some of the biggest points in the match. Zverev is on the Melbourne logo, behind the Melbourne logo. He's grinding, and in some cases it worked, but in most, Novak found the answer. Great +1 tennis by Djokovic, also behind the serve in this fourth set, and coming up with some of the drop shots that he missed early on. So that was it. Very much another example of Djokovic's mental strength being levels above his opponent and coming through with the victory. But again, the Novak first serve is really what I will remember this match for, because it was outstanding throughout. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.